and get involved, and in all of the usual places on the app, on the website, and on your smart speakers. And between now and 9, a plethora of local and national sport to get through. Our guest tonight will be a Pembrokeshire teenager who this weekend became British champion in the women's 5,000 metres race walk. That's Gracie Griffiths making a welcome return to the show. She'll be with us to tell us about her brilliant achievements in Manchester. Elsewhere, we will review the weekend's cricket with runs scored all over Pembrokeshire and some cracking performances from a number of sides. We'll also look at how the last 16 of the Euros are going. Never in doubt for England, was it? Can they keep winning whilst playing badly? Give us your views as we head towards the quarterfinals on Saturday. And that's all to come with Gordon and Tom keeping me company this Monday evening. Good evening to you both. Good to see you. Gordon, how are you?
I'm very good, Ben. And yourself?
Yeah, not bad at all, thank you. Tom, how are you?
Go on.
I'm very well, thank you.
Sorry, Gord, what were you going to say?
Nice to have you back, Ben.
It's very nice to be back, actually. And thank you to Tom for filling in last week. Embarrassingly, for someone whose day job is working in the broadband industry, I had broadband problems last week. Those have all been fixed, which is good. And I've got a new booster underneath my desk, which is hopefully making things work very well this evening. So all good. Nice to see you both. And Gordon, let's start with cricket, shall we? Unless you want to take the mickey out of England's emphatic 2-1 win over Slovakia. We'll do cricket first.
I was asking about on Saturday, Ben, and I went to first. I went to Hook, saw a bit of their game, then went over to Burton, and Joseph Kiff was in fine form for Burton there. Ex-Llangwm player. He got a cool century. Then I popped down to Llangwm, and Llangwm were playing Cresselly in Division 1. And Stevie Mills was at the crease, causing havoc, I might add. 6s, 4s, it was all happening. And that was Steve Mills' third century in 4 innings. That's some going in Division 1, Ben, to be fair.
Yeah, he scored 114, didn't he?
That's right.
Scored, and then he actually backed it up as well with the ball. He took 2 for 42 bowling. That's some afternoon for him.
He's an excellent all-rounder, to be fair. He's producing the goods, and without him producing the goods, Llangwm may be struggling, but they're doing well at the moment. He's not a one-man band, but he certainly helps. And Stevie Inwood, unfortunately, who's a very good player as well, who's an excellent batsman, has had to pack in. He's got problems with his knees. He's an ex-England schoolboy international, played with the likes of Joe Root and Josh Butler. That's not pretty good company, I would say, Ben, is it?
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Unfortunately, he can't actually continue the season. Hopefully get an operation and be able to continue next season. Get well soon, Stevie.
Absolutely right. Do you want the results first, Gord, or should we pick out some of the highlights? Let's do the results first, and then I will mention, because we had 3 or 4 Centurions and some really good bowling performances, to be fair, as well. I think we should start with the game between Saundersfoot and Haverfordwest, actually, which was a remarkable game. When we're talking about runs scored, Saundersfoot batted first and posted 287 for 8.
A decent score.
Exactly, a decent score.
And Haverfordwest at the bottom of the table, Ben.
Yeah, and they knocked them off and won the game by 4 wickets. Champerera, 146 knocked out.
The wicket-keeper had a great knock. It was unbelievable because Haverfordwest have struggled to get runs all season, but Piero, or whatever his surname is, he was fantastic. He had a great innings, and Haverfordwest needed that win.
And that's an impressive chase scored, isn't it? Let's be fair.
Oh, it is. It's not the biggest chase ever. I know but it's up there, Ben. It's up there.
And Saundersfoot would have said, with those runs on the board, we'll kick on and win the game. So
I think they'd be quietly very disappointed that they lost the game, to be honest with you. But there
indeed.
You go.
Let's also mention Carew and that big win over Lawrenny.
Phenomenal performance. Over 300 runs on the board. That is great from Carew, to be fair. And James Hinchcliffe's bowling. If you got that in front of you, incredible figures.
Yeah, let's just call that out.
James, that is some bowling performance, mate.
Carew were 302 for 6, batting first. Jonathan Rogers, 115, 66 for Adam Chandler. Lawrenny were then just blown away, beaten by 257 runs. And don't forget, this is Lawrenny that are fourth in the table as well. James Hinchcliffe, incredible figures, as you say, Gord, 6 for 9.
That's incredible.
Brilliant bowling, isn't it?
In Division 1, that is superb bowling.
Indeed. So,
got to give
well
the
done.
lad credit.
Yeah, that's good going. As we said, Llangwm beat Cresselly by 76 runs.
That was a bit of a surprise as well, mine, Ben, because Cresselly are there in the title run-up. That's a bit of a hiccup for them. But, as I spoke earlier about Millsy having such a great performance with bat and ball, it ruffled their feathers because they're known as the Doves. That's only a little bit of a fun.
Very good. Yeah, very good. A win for Neyland actually at Narberth, and this was a rarity on Saturday. It was a low-scoring game. Narberth were all out for 80, and Neyland knocked those off easily, 81 for 4, won by 6 wickets. And in the other game in the First Division, Whitlam were winners against St Ishmael's by 6 wickets. So some entertaining cricket across Division 1.
Yeah, it's been very good. The last few weeks, the wickets have played really true, and the batsmen have been scoring plenty of runs. And to be fair, even the bowlers have got in; they're getting wickets as well. So it's been pretty entertaining. But last weekend there was some high scores, Ben. Fair play.
There were, and it was carried on all over the divisions as well. Some close games in Division 2. Down in Division 3, Kilgetty racking up 255 as they beat Hook by 46 runs. 262 for Cresselly seconds. Wasn't enough to beat Stackpole, who chased that down to win by 4 wickets. We're midway through the season now, Gord, aren't we? 9 games played in Division 1. Yeah. If we look at the table and you can just tell us what you think, as we expected.
Obviously, the champions are in the driving seat. Are they 20 points clear? I think they are. Carew, Cresselly have dropped points on Saturday. There's still a lot of cricket to be played, but we all know they're the main team that has to be beaten if you're going to win the title. Yeah. And, Carew got Neyland in trouble only a couple of weeks ago on their own ground, feeling confident they were going to beat them. And lo and behold, I think Neyland on that particular day got about 190 runs, and Carew were chasing that, and they were all out for 90. So, they can bat and bowl, they can play any type of cricket, Neyland. They can win ugly, as they say, or they can, turn it on. It's they got a hell of a squad, to be fair, Ben. They have got, a lot of, and they haven't always had their best 11 playing in these games either, but they're still there.
At the bottom as well, that win for Haverfordwest means they're off the bottom. So Narberth bottom, Haverfordwest above them by 1 point, Gord. So they'll take some heart from that and hope to get some momentum, won't they?
Well, definitely. They always rely heavily on Adam James. It was lovely to see the wicketkeeper Pereira get a century and be the man of the match. They needed somebody to step up to the plate. They've got to do it on a regular basis now. Hopefully this is the stepping stone for my hometown side, even though I'm a Hookite, really, but I still want Haverfordwest to do well.
You support lots of teams across Pembrokeshire, Gord.
I got to. You have to. I love you all.
Yeah, I think between you and Bill Kahn, you've either played or supported or had cricket teas at every single ground.
Well, yeah. You've got to be careful what you say on radio programs like this.
Good stuff. We should mention as well, just aside from the league fixtures, and it was a really good round of matches, as we've said, we had the first cup final of the season, didn't we? That was the Alan Brown Cup. And this is for Division 3 sides and below, Gordon. And Kilgetty won it, didn't they, yesterday?
Yeah, fair play. Ben Evans, the Kilgetty skipper, he picked up the trophy at the end of it. It was quite a competitive game, I'm told. And one of the young lad, Badham, was man of the match, teenager he is. He batted, I think he had 59 not out in the first innings and 40 in the second innings. And Kilgetty went on to win the trophy. So, yeah, it's great to get the first final out of the way.
Yeah.
And it was played at Whitland, I must say. It was played at Whitland, and apparently the ground was splendid.
And they do a great job, don't they?
And a great tee.
Yeah, they do a really, really good job, don't they, at putting those finals on. Pembrokeshiresport.co.uk has a match report and photos, I think, from
they
that
got the
final.
presentation photos. Yeah, they got it all on there.
Good stuff. Well done, Kilgetty, in that. All right, let's just change the subject for a little bit. Badminton at the Pembrokeshire Sports Village in Haverfordwest. Toby was there. Tom, Pure West were well represented. We had a great interview with the organisers in the first hour of the show, and that sounded like a really good event on Saturday.
It sounds like it. And the first time that it's been held properly in West Wales, the West Wales trials have always been in Swansea. And the enthusiasm of, was it Tom and Sharon, to bring badminton with a young club that's only 3 years old, and to be able to have these trials here in the Pembrokeshire Sports Village in Haverfordwest. I think it's great.
Nice to see people from Swansea and that area, Carmarthenshire, travelling to Pembrokeshire for the main event.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good facility.
The other way for Pembrokeshire people.
And a great facility to stage it as well.
Huge. I mean, Haverfordwest High School got tremendous facilities and a tremendous school. They're very lucky. I don't know if the students actually feel that every day, but they are lucky people.
They're getting great sporting success in all sporting endeavours as well. If you look at their Facebook page, the senior boys football, it's amazing.
Well, it's a school I went to, but they knocked it down. But they've always had good sport in really top sports people in that school. Fair play. And
that's good.
And they're promoting that, and that's what I like to see.
There are photos on the Pure West Facebook page from that event. Also from the Zach Thompson Memorial Day at the Quins in Pembroke Dock as well. Photos on the Pure West Facebook page. That sounded like a really special occasion as well on Saturday. We should touch on the Euros as well. So tonight...
Why do we have to talk about that? There's no local interest whatsoever.
I think we should because tonight France have gone through. They beat Belgium 1-0.
Own goal.
Another one.
Goal.
Do you realise France haven't scored in open play, if you want to talk about it?
I do really. I mean, they've not fired yet, have they, France?
No, it was a bit like England. They hadn't fired until last night.
England's tournament, I think, maybe started on 94 minutes last night.
That was some goal, Ben, wasn't it?
It was some goal, but it was absolutely dire up until that point, wasn't it? Let's be honest. And it has been throughout the tournament, really. And it started with the friendly when we lost to Iceland 1-0 at Wembley, and I watched that and we were terrible then. Something's not right. I don't know what. I think it is a lesson that if you do keep going, I do think you sometimes get what you deserve in football just for your endeavour and your attitude, and at least they did do that. And it was a great goal from Bellingham, but something's not right with that England side, Gord.
Oh, Harry Kane scored.
He did, and
the winner. And then he took him off.
I know that was bold. Lots of people were saying take off Bellingham and Kane, and he did just that, didn't he? After they scored,
rest him for the next game.
I think crucial for Harry Kane is get in the 6-yard box, because that's where you want Harry Kane. All this dropping deep to get the ball. If he's in the 6-yard box, that's where he's going to be effective for England.
You cannot score if you're outside that box. It's difficult. His job is in that box, and he needs the service. He's not been getting the service. No. I think they need to sort that out. I'm sure they will. I thought Mainu, Man United, had an excellent game for a young kid. And not because I'm a Man United fan, but I thought he played very well.
Yeah, no, I thought he did. I think he did. He's a young lad, isn't he? And there's lots of responsibility in a midfield that hasn't functioned.
I thought the rereferee was very harsh for some of the yellow cards very early on. I was surprised nobody got sent off in the end because he was that, card happy.
So will England beat Switzerland on Saturday in the quarters?
Go on, Tom.
Not if they play like they did yesterday. Switzerland are too attacking minded, I think, and I don't think England have got what it takes to control that middle of the field. I don't think that they'll need to change something.
Agreed. Gord?
Yeah, he's going to change his tactics and change a few clientele. I think England could scrape home. They could.
I think it's winnable, but not playing.
They've got enough quality. England got enough quality players. It's getting the right balance and blend. And Tony came on. I thought he looked quite sharp as well. And Carlton Cole, I thought he looked really good.
Cole Palmer, I think you mean, Gord.
Cole Palmer, yeah. Carlton Cole was.
Crikey, we're bringing Carlton Cole on.
Yeah,
I think he's about 42 now. So
he would be.
We would be in a bit of difficulty. Yeah, they get capped by England. Yeah. Okay. I think it's going to be tough. And we can't underestimate some of these sides. I think Austria have looked quite good at the Euros as well. If we play like we have so far, we'll lose. If they play like they have, we will see the Swiss roll.
Like it. Like it.
Nice.
And they will beat us.
Have your cake and eat it, Dan.
But they've been one of the sides that have impressed me, actually. I think they do look decent. One other football line, actually, and since I've been on the show, Rob Page left Wales, didn't he? I'm sure you touched on that last week. Well, tonight, Ossian Roberts has put out a statement. And,
I don't blame him.
And he said that he doesn't want the job. I mean,
I understand that.
He's gone into a lot of detail, very passionate about the Welsh side.
He's in Italy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Como got them promoted.
And he said he's committed to that until 2026. That's a blow, isn't it? Because I think he would have been a great appointment for Wales.
Agreed.
I don't know. I think he might have shied away from the job, actually. That's a convenient way not to take an international job.
It's a
I
tough...
think he has shied away from it.
Because he's been
anybody who's and he has been involved. You want to lead your country. You want to be the main man. I mean, I thought he would have been the right man for the job, if I'm honest. But he's obviously turned it down because he's enjoying himself in Italy
and doing well. Yeah,
and doing well.
Yeah. But I think there is something in what you say, Gord, because I think it's a tough job, isn't it? Whoever comes in to succeed Page now.
I shouldn't say it's a poison chalice, isn't it? We're not a strong nation. We've punched above our weight for quite a few years because we've had world-class players and now they're not there. We've got a few decent players, but not of the calibre that have left. So it's a very difficult job for anyone who's going to take it on. So, perhaps Ryan Giggs would fancy it again.
He's been mentioned, actually. He has been mentioned.
Why not? I don't see anything wrong. He hasn't been, whatever's in court, he's been cleared. His name should be cleared. He can get on with it. Same with Mason Greenwood. I think that's terrible as well. He should be allowed to go back with Man United. Might be controversial. People have their own opinion, but that's mine.
Thierry Henry?
Yes, another good shout. He's a very experienced player. I would think he is a very good coach, but as a manager, it's a different ball game. A lot of ex-pros find it difficult to step up, even into league management, never mind international. But he seems a sensible sort of choice. It would be interesting.
I've said Mark Hughes before, and I didn't
Nothing wrong with Mark Hughes as well.
Didn't get a great reaction when I mentioned it.
No,
I'll tell you what,
because he's been there before, I suppose, Ben.
Yeah.
But Mark Hughes would do a really good job. Whether they would be able to handle his way of conducting things, should I say? Youngsters today do not have the same respect as what they had in his day.
I tell you what I would do. I would phone up Chris Coleman and offer him the job and give him 5 years.
That wouldn't be a bad shout.
Tom?
He's a great guy.
I'd be happy with Chris Coleman as well.
It's not going to happen, boys. But
no, where's he now? Cyprus or something?
I think so. But I give him 5 years and give it to Coleman again because he did a great job. I think with this generation of Wales players, he could be a real good figure to bring in. There we are. We can agree on that. Yeah. We can also agree that England were rubbish. But they're still in the tournament, so as long as they're still in the tournament, anything can happen. We'll keep an eye on the game that's going on now
at least
as well.
Coming home, they're not going home, so it's okay.
I actually said watching the game last night, if this ends 1-0 to Slovakia, I think the inquest will be nothing else we have ever seen.
Gareth Southgate would have been having an interview straight in the Man United chair. Ten Hag's at the sack, and then he comes.
They could do a lot worse. Right, listen, we are going to take a moment because we've got someone really exciting to talk to. 17-year-old Gracie Griffiths made a massive name for herself yesterday, taking the title in the 5,000 metres race walk at the UK Athletic Championships in Manchester. We are so proud of her in Pembrokeshire. We're looking forward to talking to Gracie about what that was like and the experience of taking part, and we're going to do that in just a few moments. So we'll be back for part 2 of Pure West Sport next.
Eaton-Evans and Morris Solicitors have traditional values, but